So I've got the HTC Ultra in hand. I'm ready to unbox this and give my first impressions of this. I know this has kind of got a bad rap with some YouTube channels, and I'm really curious to see what the experience is going to be like for myself. So let's go ahead and unbox this and see what it's like. And we got the device right here on the front, so we're just going to put this off to the side, see what else we get in the box. Alright, looks like we got a case, so that's pretty cool. I put cases on all my devices, so this is actually really nice. You won't have to actually go out and buy a separate case. That's really cool that they include that. We've got a cleaning cloth. We've got our SIM card and SD card instructions. If you don't know where it's at, you can find it. Looks like we got our SIM card tool right there as well, so we'll go ahead and get that taken out because I'll need it to put my SIM card in. We've got our charging brick. Looks like we got some earbuds, and this is our charging cable and data cable. You'll notice that the earbuds take a USB-C connection, so that's going to be something you want to take note of. I am impressed that they come with the case and earbuds. I like that. That's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and unwrap this and get to the device itself. Now this is definitely one of those big phones. It's not a small phone by any means. That is pretty dang shiny. That's that's crazy how shiny that is. Like, I've seen videos and stuff about it, but it's definitely one of those things that you'll definitely notice this thing out in public. Wow, that's really, really shiny. And it's probably going to be a huge, huge fingerprint magnet. But we'll see as I get to use it. It's got a 12 megapixel 1.8 aperture camera on the back end. On the front end, actually has a 16 megapixel camera, so it's got ultra pixel mode for selfie, panoramic kind of shots. It does have OIS, so that's really important. I like optic image stabilization more than software stabilization. That's just a preference of mine. I've kind of gotten better results with optic image stabilization. It's also got a 5.7-inch screen, so it's a big phone. It's got a big screen, and that's what I like. I really like big screens. 5.7 is my favorite size. On the inside, it does have 4 gigs of RAM with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 821. The fingerprint is on the front side here, and I like the front a lot better because when I'm at work, if I have the phone set down, I can put my finger on the fingerprint sensor there and unlock my device. However, if I have something like this Pixel, I have to pick up the whole device and then unlock it once I pick it up. So I really like the placement being on the front. That's just my personal preference. It's also got HTC boom sound and high-res audio, so we're going to get all that tested out in my full review, but this is just the unboxing and first impressions. On this side of the device, we have a power button here in the middle. It's got a little bit of a text and rigid kind of design, so that was easy to find. For the volume rocker, it's just one big button. We've got our SD card and nano SIM card slot here. You just use your SIM card tool to open it up. And there we go, we got our 2 slots. Let's go ahead and get this powered on, booted up, and see what the experience is like once we got it turned on. So the boot up took quite a while, but it's optimizing already up to all the apps. So hopefully it won't take much longer to get this thing going. Here's our welcome screen, so let's go ahead and get this all set up. Looks like I already got my connection really good with 4G LTE. We'll go ahead and connect to my Wi-Fi. I've been using my Netgear Orbi Wi-Fi connector. It's been awesome. I love using it. It's allowed me to have my best Wi-Fi connection. I actually have a review about it. I'll leave a link down below in the description. All right, let's see how good the fingerprint sensor reads. What the process is like. Sometimes it's kind of lengthy, sometimes it's pretty easy. So it kind of guides you to what part of the fingerprint they want you to use. It's like the vibration on this thing is kind of rough. Like, I don't know if you can hear it from the audio and the mic, but it definitely has a good vibration to it. All right, normally I do use Nova Launcher, but for this I'm going to use Sense Home just to try to get a feel of what this device offers. And if I don't like it, I'll just put Nova Launcher back over it. But yeah, it definitely has a HTC Sense feel to it. Blink feed is there. We got some pages. We do have an app drawer. I know some companies don't like to use app drawers these days. Okay, so we do have a back button. It's like a capacitive touch back button and a recents button here. And then the fingerprint sensor or the home button acts as a home button. So it's not on-screen buttons or anything like that. I actually didn't know because you can't even see that there were any buttons down here until you just kind of press in that area. All right, so I definitely have a lot of apps trying to get loaded up. It's quite a bit to 127 applications got to be downloaded, so I definitely got quite a bit. I am noticing that the HTC Ultra is getting rather warm. It's not hot. It's not like burning me or nothing like that, but it's definitely pretty warm while it's trying to get all this loaded. To me, that's kind of something that's normal-ish when you're first booting up the device and getting all your apps loaded up and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think it's a huge deal. I mean, if it gets like super hot, yeah. But right now, it's just feeling kind of warm. All right, so let's take a little tour around the device while we're getting everything loaded up. So let's go into settings and take a look at a few things. The actually motions and stuff look kind of nice and smooth. It's pretty cool looking. I don't know if you noticed it, but let's open this up again. It kind of just rolls over nice. Let's go ahead and activate Bluetooth. Got personalized, fingerprint scanner, accounts, all your basic stuff that you normally see. Now we do get the HTC boom sound, and you just toggle with this. So it doesn't actually open up anything. So you're going to toggle between the different modes. So you got music and theater mode. If you want to use the HTC U-Sonic, you have to connect those. We got 64 gigs of internal storage, so that's really good. We're running Android version 7.0. The security patch from back in January. And once this all kind of gets going, we can see if there's any kind of software updates. Let's check it now and see what it says. No updates yet, so we'll see if that changes. Let's take a look at the camera real quick and then we'll wrap this video up. I did not mean to hit allow for that location. Okay, let's see what the setup looks like and see if it's got ease of use, what kind of features we got. So we got photo here, that's the default. If we want to go over to video, we just toggle over there. Looks like we got this 3D effect right here. We got more settings as we come over here. So we got hyperlapse, slow motion, selfie photo, selfie panorama, selfie video. Let's go into the settings, touch auto exposure. We can try that. Then we can turn off the sound. That's good. I don't like to have the sound on. Seems pretty good. Let's see if we got any swiping actions. Nope, doesn't look that way. Toggle for flash or flash off. Let's go back to the photos. You can toggle between the HDR settings here. Ooh, we got pro mode, so that's good. So we got manual controls for the camera. That's awesome. Video, we saw that. Basically a lot of toggle type of options with HTC. It doesn't really go into options and just kind of swap between stuff. 16:9, that's good. 4:3 is typically what I use. We got RAW format, JPEG format. That's good. Zoe camera. The camera definitely has a lot of features to it, which I like. It's got all the stuff I really look for in a camera, which is going to have pro features. The hyperlapse and slow motion, if I want to get like have some fun with the camera, those are really cool options to have. Not really a fan of the notification sounds. Alright, so that's going to pretty much wrap it up for this unboxing and first impressions video. First of all, I like the big size. I'm not a big fan of the fingerprint magnet on the back. Not a fan of this getting warm. It's starting to get a tad bit warmer now, so we'll have to see how it acts once I get all my apps loaded up. Oh, and I almost totally forgot about this. You have a dual display up here. I don't know if you can see that or not. But that's pretty cool. Tap here to learn more. And this is kind of like a knockoff of what you saw in the V10 and V20. But it's actually something I like to use when I had the V20. And as you can see up here, it kind of gives you some different options. You can do contacts, your calendar, music, weather, and then customize what kind of shortcuts you might want to put on there in case you want to maybe access the calculator quickly. You can do that. You got reminders. So that's pretty cool. I like that. For the second time around now, this will wrap up the video. Stay tuned for my full review about the HTC Ultra. I'm really curious what the experience is going to be like, and I'm going to let you know my full review. So you want to stick around to the channel so you don't miss that video when it comes out, and you'll do that by subscribing and also hitting that notification bell. Follow me on the social networks and also share this video with your favorite social networks, and until then, stay techie.